Welcome to Life, Love, and Good Stuff. Father and daughter chats with David and Sophie McCallum. Here we discuss seeing and living life through the lens of self-love, how family relationships and life experiences hinder or fuel an authentic, rewarding life. A life filled with conscious, compassionate self-love. And sometimes we just have a good chat. Actor David McCallum has appeared in theater, film, and television and is a critically acclaimed author. David's most enduring roles include the Russian agent Ilya Kuryakin in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard on the CBS hit NCIS. Sophie McCallum was born in New York City, where she lives today. Sophie's a certified life coach, but specializes in self-love coaching as the self-love peddler. Sophie is an energy leadership master practitioner and strives to start each day with love in her heart for herself and the world around her. So, hi, welcome back. I am Sophie, your self-love peddler, and you are listening to another podcast, and I will be my own guest today, which I like to do sometimes. I like to mix it up, keep us all on our toes. And I'm also just really excited to be here today because it is Wednesday and it's not lunchtime yet. And I just had a really sort of exciting breakthrough moment in my own self-love journey. I often talk about the different love centers in our life and different areas where our energy is needed and how we can give our energy to all of these places, starting always from a place where we lead with love, and more specifically, we lead with self-love, which, as I often talk about, generates and expands into love for all and love that is received back. So for the last few months, what I call my health love center, eating well, exercising, part of it, my spiritual side and my mindfulness, that muscle's pretty strong, and I keep that muscle pretty consistently strong. I have you guys to thank for that, because what I do exercises that muscle. And I do love formal meditation and some prayer, and I keep those pretty actively in my life. And by formal, it's not that I'm on my knees or that I'm going into a house of worship. It's that I have a connection with gratitude and awareness for the present, awareness for my own beautiful insignificance, and awareness for my potential on a moment-by-moment basis every day. And through that connection, I put out energy and feel that I get energy back, even sometimes when I'm, lying in bed or brushing my teeth or taking a bath or walking down the street holding my son's hand. This week was a big week too, because my 11-year-old, who is super connected to me, and we are very, very close. And I don't push him to venture out, because I know, having had two older boys, that eventually they do just venture out and they don't come back for a while. But I did encourage him to walk to school this week himself. So he did that, and he just got a phone. And so we stayed on the phone with each other the whole way, but he is loving that freedom. But anyway, I digress. I don't know how I got onto him. But, my prayer and my meditation, when I'm walking down the street holding his hand, I'm so aware of the universe and all of the positive energy in the world and all of my blessings. And for me, that is both meditation and prayer. Prayer is really when I am being thankful and exuding the energy. And for me, meditation is when I'm quiet and I'm taking it in. But again, that can be done doing the most mundane of tasks. It does not have to be a formal, you don't have to be, in a sari up on a rock praying to the sun or whatever. You could just be doing your thing. So I'm excited because a couple days ago I found the energy to commit to sending more love to the parts of my health center for fitness and exercise and diet, which I haven't really been doing. And the beautiful thing is I haven't been doing it consciously, right? Which is what I often talk about. I talk about conscious, compassionate self-love. So I've been aware that for whatever reason, I haven't had the stamina or the energy or desire to put extra love towards my fitness and nutrition. But I don't know what shifted, coming up on my 47th birthday at the end of the month. So maybe it was that milestone, but I'm not really a milestone person as much as like all of a sudden the energy comes to me. And sometimes it leaves me, and I gain a little weight, and I do it all with conscious, compassionate self-love. I've been very patient with myself. And, but it's really exciting that this energy has come in, and I've made a commitment to run for 30 days. And that has just made my eating better. I find when I exercise, my eating is improved tremendously. It just happens. It's a beautiful, occurrence. So one thing I've been doing, in the morning when I run is running to an app. I love Peloton. I love their culture. I love their classes. I love their teachers. I was in a spinning class that was not Peloton, and I'm not a big spinner, but my brother is. And I was in a class with him, and the teacher was saying, "Is it hard? No one cares." And I kind of thought to myself, well, I care. I care if it's hard for me. I care if it's hard for other people. And I love the Peloton approach. It's a very love-centered organization, and the way their classes are run and the way the teachers speak to the participants is just very mindful, and to me very encouraging. I know they have a leaderboard, but they certainly don't stress it, and they often refer to ignoring and turning off the leaderboard, which is certainly what I do as someone who tries to stay in her own lane, and kind of pride myself on staying in my own lane. But I was doing an outdoor Peloton run, which is a new thing for me, and I really enjoy it. I love their yoga, I love their meditation, I love all of it. But the teacher was talking about goals, and obviously that's something that I think about a lot. But I started to think, she was talking about a goal that she had for this year and how it was like monumental, and she didn't know if she could make it. And I've been reading about goals too, and dreams, and that those goals and those dreams can be so much bigger than what you're comfortable with. And so I started to think, like, if I were to just do now that this new energy is coming to me to put towards fitness, how can I use that energy to maybe examine my priorities and set some new goals, right? Because we want to always keep setting goals, because eventually either we reach them or we change our desires, or, shit happens. So, but what was really interesting and what I'm really excited about on top of the exercise is what my goal was. And I realized that my goal is to be. My goal is to be. It's not, yes, I am running every day for 30 days. Yes, that's another goal, but that's a little bit easier in some ways. It's a little more tangible, and it's got a start and an end date. And often goals, it's got a very quick start and end date. But these longer term goals, like, what am I looking for in the next year? As I often refer to, it's been pointed out that human beings drastically overestimate what they can get done in one day. Our to-do lists are never finished, but we drastically underestimate what we can do in a year. So when I'm talking about this goal list, it's a bigger, longer list. It's exciting. Anyway, for me, just to every day wake up, know me, Sophie McCallum, and put my best foot forward, and just foot right, left, keeping in mind what's important to me, keeping in mind what I've established through the work I've done as to where my values are and where I hope to send my energy. And as I said in the beginning of this, sometimes that energy comes in a certain area and sometimes it doesn't come. And having the patience. I've been listening to Dave Grohl's book, Storyteller, which I highly recommend. And he was talking about he used the term glacial patience. That's the way I feel I want to be about my being. It's not every single day I'm going to do XYZ and make this crazy list of things that I can't possibly accomplish. It's that every day, if I stay in connection with who I am and I continue to put one foot in front of the other and take the next right action and do what resonates with my soul, I will continue to build a life beyond my wildest dreams. That's just amazing. So these goals and these dreams, these ideas can be bigger than anything we're comfortable with. They can be off the wall. They can be a stretch, but you have to be prepared to accept the outcome. So our goals and our dreams are often things that we can achieve, but it's hard and it's going to take work. It's going to take guts. It's going to take compassion. It's going to take confidence. And that's where the B is to me. Like the goal is like this big picture, but the being, that's the work. Like remembering that like you're going to just be while you do the work. That doesn't mean just be on your ass on the sofa. It means be true to yourself, make roadmaps to success, constantly check in with your goals and your progress. Give yourself compassion if you need a break for some reason, you don't have the energy to put towards a goal for a little while. Things ebb and flow. It's totally natural. Our energy is like the ocean, and sometimes it comes and sometimes it goes, and that's okay. One thing that I really appreciate about the concept of just being as a goal is, and I intend to add other goals to this list, but one thing I really enjoy about the concept of just being is it really is in line with my idea of time. And time is our greatest resource. We don't know how much of it we have, and it's up to us really to use it as we see fit, but time is now. Time is right now. Past has not happened and the future has happened and is not really accessible anymore other than in memories. But now is what we have, and focusing on the now. And if your commitment to being you in every present moment can stay at the forefront of your mind, you can get the most out of right now. And fear and regrets, that's living in stuff in the past that's happened. We have to let go of that stuff. And anxiety and fear is living in stuff in the future. And right now is all that you have. And sometimes right now is really, really hard. But if you can be, and if you can build a life surrounded by people, activities, culture, and communities that support the best you'll never be alone in those hard times.
Thank you for spending time with us today. Please hit the subscribe button so you're notified each time a Life, Love, and Good Stuff Father and Daughter Chats with David and Sophie McCallum podcast drops. Until next time, remember to lead with love.